Hi. If you've been following this channel for the last couple of years or more, you might have noticed that there haven't happened a lot here. It's been very quiet. Once in a while I managed to sort of make a video about, well, now I'm going to make some videos, but it really didn't happen for a lot of different reasons and circumstances I had no control over. All of us have been going through a couple of years of weirdness, and now it seems that the doomsday have been replaced by another doomsday scenario. And while all this happens, everything gets more and more expensive. And that is a problem, especially when you've been taken down by the whole pandemic situation and you have earned nothing. So when you have nothing, you can get nothing. And the problem is that the guy who owns this apartment had to sell it. It's been sold. So I have to move out to find another place. And I haven't found anything and I have to be out the 1st of May, and it's a problem. So to be able to do anything, I would have to simplify. So there will be no elaborate lighting or setups or anything in the future before I've found a place where I can settle in and maybe get this thing to work. But there's other things to it as well, because when you end up with zero, you have to be very focused on earning money. And that is quite a challenge in this particular field. And I'm doing whatever I can, and I'm busy trying to earn money, and I had to put the pro bono work aside more or less completely, because I don't make money from pro bono work. And it hurts me a little, because, you know, what I've seen, what people do with that stuff, no matter. Yeah, videos, about making these videos. I've tried to keep my videos ad-free, because myself, I freaking hate advertising. The weird thing is that I've been working in that field for years, but I hate this. It's just like disruption and interruption and disturbance, especially when you have information heavy videos that are very particular, and then suddenly it just interrupts. Now to a degree where it's like 2 videos in the middle of a video doing a song, and it's just like, what? I don't like that, and I don't want to annoy my audience, you people who are so kind to me in the comment section, with advertising. And it's now come to the moment where people are contacting me and asking if I will, for a certain amount of money, make an advertising in my videos, in the beginning of my videos. And that would be you guys having to sit through 1 or 2 advertising or adverts in the beginning, and then in my video you'd have to sit through 1 more, and I would hate that. But it's quite a sum of money some of them offer, and you know, but I don't really want to contaminate this channel with all that noise. It could be if it made sense, if the product made sense to what I do. But also the communication is with these people that I'm not good at this particular part of life that's about you know, setting up deals and understanding bureaucracy and stuff, and that comes down to me having autism. I have Asperger's. I'm an autist. My brain is a different operating system than like normal people. So I excel at some things, and other things I suck at a level that is horrifically infantile. So there's shit I just don't understand. And then there's stuff that I don't understand, people don't understand, if you know what I mean. So how could that be hard to understand? But I don't get the simple stuff. So that explanation aside, yeah, I just want to keep this channel clean. You know, have videos that are not being interrupted by videos. And I notice whenever YouTube changes sort of their advertising plan or whatnot, they just apply to your videos. So I had to go through all my videos to turn off advertising just in the middle of the video. And I wrote them and said, why do you activate this stuff? Please don't activate it. I want to have the choice to advertise or not. And I've chosen to allow advertising in the beginning, one or two videos, and that's it. Because I don't want more of that. Because I hate when I have to sit through more than that myself. And, you know, I want to show the courtesy to people that I don't splatter them with advertising. And just like, this is the content. And then I have and that of course makes it less easy to earn money on YouTube videos because of this principle. And I also have a Patreon page where I have a few very, very loyal patrons that are just, I can't believe they're dishing out every month for me for a channel that haven't moved at all. But thank you immensely for that. I mean, it's not a lot, but it definitely makes a difference. You know, when you have zero, anything makes a huge difference. But I'm not good at that stuff. I don't understand the whole business kind of. I'm not good at that. During the last couple of years, I had to figure out a way how to make it easier, so I don't have to struggle with the numbers side of things. And I was so fortunate that a guy showed up and voluntarily offered himself to take care of that and frame it within his own sort of little business. And and it's just a setup that really works for me. It's taken a huge load off my shoulders. So that has been sort of solved. So now I have to figure out how the hell do I come from zero to, I was about to say hero, but not poor, which sounds ridiculous in this part of the world when you know what poverty actually is. But still, you know, it can be a struggle living in a so-called welfare society in this day and age, because everything is so immensely expensive. Like 1 gallon of gasoline costing, what is it? It's like it has gone through the roof, man. Almost $9 for a gallon of gasoline. That's a little more than €8 for 1 gallon of gasoline. And when you have 50-liter tank, which is not a big tank, and drive a Mini, that's the expenses have just gone. And some company called Blackstone has bought everything in Copenhagen and give it a slight makeover and then rent it out for, I don't know, twice as much as it used to be. So prices have gone mad, and I have to find a new place to live. I don't know how you do that. So yeah, so that's the state of the union, you could call it that. But I have to simplify, and simplification makes it easier to make videos, but it will, you know, it won't be as the quality, you know, the elaborate lighting and the studio setup and whatnot, and the sound especially, will suffer from it. But at least I hope you get something out of it still. The next video will be about this lens. This is a TT Artisan 50mm manual, totally manual lens, and it's quite solid. It's metal, it's heavy, but it at a f-stop at 1.2, it can do some tricks. It can make some pretty nice pictures. And in the same video, I will give some tips on how you do manual focusing and make it less stressful, and how to focus quickly manually. And the fun part about that is that one of my favorite pictures with this one is not in focus. So this one, that's the way it goes. And of course I use my desert island camera for that, the Expo 3, which is still, it's so analog in a way. And that's what I love about it. If you want to, you can really do a lot to make, you know, different colors in film simulations, and really push them around to make really interesting colors and combinations. And you can also, now there's also now auto Whitebalance Lock with the new firmware. I'm not sure if it was there before, but it's sometimes nice when you're in like a place that has some peculiar lighting and you want to capture that peculiar lighting. Sometimes it's useful to sort of, in the picture, you find, ooh, the white balance here is nice, is the color great, and I have assigned a button to then lock the white balance without locking the exposure. And then I have another button where I just lock the exposure and then push that one so everything's locked. So when I move and try to reframe that particular spot, it keeps the level of lighting and the white balance that I liked when I found a specific spot, and then make the framing perfect without the whole thing jumping up and down with the automatic sensors. And that is really useful. It's quite a bit above the analog photography experience, but that's the cool thing about it. I think it's the best of both worlds, but that's my opinion on that. And I will take that up in the next video. So consider this little video as a, like, what do you say it? State of the Union, whatever. It's I've made those before, I know, but everything has changed and circumstances changed, and it's, yeah, it's been quite a ride, let's say that. So, but I won't talk too much about all that. Just on a last note, I just want to say thank you for your support. It's been quite overwhelming that you still support my channel, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Yeah, let's keep it at that, and then I'll make the video about this one and the tips about manual focus. Yeah, that's it. See you next time.